bad therapist. So I guess this kind of segues into, you know, how do you find the right therapy system for you? And then how do you find the right therapist? Because I find sometimes you have to go through a couple before you find the one that clicks for you. And there's honestly nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's it. Like, so as therapists, we also seek out therapy, right? Because we hear a lot and there's a lot of for us to process, and it's a lot to have to keep in, right?
Yeah.
I have been through 3 therapists to find the right fit, right? So you're right. It takes time, and it is a burden to find that right fit, but it is so worth it when it happens, you know? So.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. It does take some trial and error, which can be really frustrating. But, you know, once you find that person that you connect with and you feel comfortable with, it is very much worth the journey of getting there. So I think that just encouraging everybody to stick with it. If one service doesn't work or one therapist doesn't work, then just try another one.
Or like one way of doing therapy doesn't work. Like I had a client that they thought they did really great with in-person therapy. And for a year we did that. And then they transitioned to telehealth because they moved. They did so much better and they made so much more progress. So like sometimes you aren't using the therapy in the right way that works for you, right? So I think it's just a matter of testing it out. Like, do you do better with texting? Do you do better with phone, video, in person? There's so many different ways, you know?
And to not be discouraged when, you know, maybe you put yourself on the line, you really try to do your best, you really put yourself out there, and maybe, like you said, the therapy style or the therapist isn't a right fit. It doesn't mean it's not right for you. It just means you need to find the thing that clicks for you.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And like, I think that speaks to you are continuously putting yourself in a vulnerable position that is very uncomfortable and we don't typically do. And so it's like being okay with being uncomfortable many different times until it hits.